y'all best bet is be like, hey, bro, drop that with Jack, bro. I ain't laying down. Like, I'm gonna get back even if I get life. Trust me.
What's your favorite fast food?
Jack in a Box.
Hell yeah. What's your go-to from there?
Just Jack in a Box.
Oh, shit.
Jack in a Box. Jack in a Box? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I like our...
Celebrating that a crackhead went to the White House.
Kodak Black and Jack Boy. Two names that just can't stay out of drama. Their beef already led to one innocent woman losing her life, and now things are heating up again. Rumors are spreading fast that Jack Boy might have sent shooters after his old friend. Two men got shot in Yak's own neighborhood, and fans think Jack Boy had something to do with it. Let's break down what went down in October 2025. Deputies from the Broward County Sheriff's Office rolled up to the 1600 block of Northwest 10th Circle in Pompano Beach. When they got there, they found two men bleeding out from gunshot wounds. Both were rushed to the hospital, but one didn't make it before the cops could get a single word out of him. The shooter vanished without a trace, and no one's talking about who pulled that trigger. Florida's known for wild spots where everyone's ready to prove something, but Pompano Beach?
He tried to blackball me. Now you're smoking crack.
That's Kodak Black's territory. So when this shooting went down, fans instantly started tying Jack Boy to it. Not long after the shooting, Jack Boy jumped on Instagram to show he wasn't scared of Yak or his hood. He posted a news clip about the shooting with a cold caption. Even though y'all don't like me, it's sad to see y'all boys keep dying every other week. Go get y'all CDL license. I got trucks. I'ma put y'all on. Then he took it up a notch. Jack Boy dropped an IG story blasting Kodak's track, Before I Go. With Kodak raps, everybody gonna die before I go. Jack Boy was clearly sending a message, letting Kodak and his crew know he wasn't backing down. Still, there's no real proof that Jack Boy was behind the Pompano shooting.
I done told y'all I fucked with them. I done told y'all I did meth for. Told me like the fuck, bro. I ain't in this shit, bro. I ain't around no cocaine or cocaine.
But months before, he did say he'd rather sit in prison for life than ever make peace with Kodak. Kodak didn't clap back on IG, but he did fire shots during a live stream with Neon. He straight up said he wanted Jack Boy gone. Fans were shocked. Some thought Yak was going too far, especially since the police already believed some shooters tried to take Jack Boy out just to get recognition from Kodak. And that theory started back in 2023. Jack Boy had a show in Sanford, Florida, and after the concert, he and his crew hopped in a Sprinter van to leave. But 6 cars full of shooters were waiting for him. They tailed what they thought was his van, but hit the wrong one. Tragically, the van they ambushed was full of innocent women, and they sprayed it with bullets. The streets were left shaking after that one, and ever since, the tension between Jack Boy and Kodak hasn't cooled down one bit. The shooters thought Jack Boy was inside that van, so they started letting off shots like it was a war zone. But instead of hitting Jack Boy, they ended up spraying 6 innocent women who had nothing to do with the beef. One of them, a woman named Princess Tolliver, tragically lost her life, while 5 of her friends were left injured. These women weren't even at Jack Boy's concert. They were just trying to get home. But the night took a dark turn that no one saw coming. Police eventually rounded up 13 suspects tied to a Crip set out of Seminole County, known as OTF. Authorities said this crew had been watching the back and forth between Kodak and Jack Boy online, and they wanted in, thinking that taking out Jack Boy would earn them some street clout. Kodak, however, was never charged in connection to the shooting. Now, rappers getting shot at outside shows it knew, but someone clearly wanted Jack Boy gone for real. Not long after that tragedy, gunmen tried to catch him slipping again, this time at his own crib inside a gated community. Word on the streets was that Jack Boy's brother got hit and had to be airlifted to the hospital by helicopter.
I mean, I
can't
don't
come in my hood and dap nobody.
You don't think?
For what, nobody funny.
I feel like if Kodak goes to Brooklyn tomorrow, he's good. He's
maybe
he's
Brooklyn,
gonna be
but
celebrated.
He can't come to Bed-Stuy and chill. I wouldn't even, none of my friends wouldn't approve of that.
But instead of hiding, Jack Boy jumped on IG Live laughing at the shooters for missing him. For a while, the tension cooled down after Jack Boy's fans got caught up in 2024, but things flared right back up in early 2025. In January, Jack Boy spotted one of Kodak's custom Jeeps in the city and took a slick photo with it. He was sending a clear message, letting Kodak know that even his ride wasn't safe. Kodak wasted no time clapping back the next day, saying he wasn't stressing about anything because Jack Boy didn't even touch the Jeep. Yak kept moving like nothing happened. Just weeks later, he was spotted at the White House. Kodak already had ties there thanks to former president who pardoned him in 2021 after his 2019 prison sentence. For a street rapper, getting invited back to DC like that was a major flex. But Jack Boy wasn't impressed one bit. He jumped online calling Kodak a crackhead and joked about how fame had changed him. He's been throwing shade for a while, saying Kodak blackballed him in the industry, then fell off and started smoking crack. This beef is way deeper than music now. It's personal, and both sides are still throwing shots. Jack Boy ain't the only one saying Kodak's been wilding out lately. A lot of people think Yak's been off something, and it all started with that Drink Champs interview back in 2023. Fans couldn't stop talking about how spaced out Kodak looked, like he was seriously tweaking, but that was just the start of his wild streak. A couple months later, Kodak got arrested for cocaine possession, but he told fans the whole thing was fake. He claimed he wasn't on coke at all, just sipping lean that night. Still, the situation had everyone talking. Yak swore the drug charge was a setup, but even he admitted something to have fans raising their eyebrows. On IG Live, he straight up said he had tried meth before. I done told y'all before saying he wasn't no junkie. But no matter what he said, his behavior kept making headlines. Then came another wild scene. Kodak was caught throwing rocks at a reporter who tried to ask him questions. Cameras were rolling, and the footage went viral instantly. Fans were confused, laughing, and worried all at once. By May 2025, Kodak tried to remind everyone he was still a rapper first, not a headline. He dropped a fiery on-the-radar freestyle rapping, "Still drop bodies and albums, count 'em. Got a Phantom and a Lambo. 2 mansions and a Chevy. Tell them kids ain't they stepdaddy. Young dude with a meth habit, still flashy." The bars hit hard, but fans couldn't ignore that self-call-out. He was owning his demons in public while still flexing his wins. But in October 2025, Kodak went live again and doubled down, saying he wasn't tweaking off meth, but yeah, he had tried it before. Fans were split between concern and disbelief. During that same live stream, Jack Boy didn't hold back either. He fired back calling Yak a crackhead again and dropped another bomb, claiming he had flown all the way to Haiti to link up with a woo lady. For those who don't know, woo ladies are said to practice voodoo, and Jack Boy hinted that's exactly how he got at Kodak. That stirred things up big time. Yak's Haitian roots made the rumors even crazier. His dad's from Haiti, and Kodak's even rapped about voodoo before. On his collab track with Future on Voodoo, Yak says, "I pray to the angels, but the devil is stronger. Wondering why I'm in hell still. Nobody's nice, nobody cares." Fans started connecting dots. Was all this beef getting spiritual now? Right after Jack Boy claimed he used voodoo against Yak, Kodak clapped back musically with his track Woo Lady. He rapped, "Ain't gotta go see no woo lady, what you think my grandma for? My granny played with voodoo. Feel like fool made 100 off a glitch. Now I only the studio. Okay, cool, let's go." It was his way of saying he didn't need outside help. He had his own protection. But Jack Boy wasn't done dragging him. He exposed Kodak again for linking up with 6ix9ine, a move that left fans speechless. Kodak had always preached about staying away from snitches, so when he hit the studio with 6ix9ine, it looked bad. The internet went wild. Industry insider Wack 100 jumped in, claiming Kodak only did the collab because he was offered $1 million and a Rolls Royce, but Jack Boy wasn't buying that excuse. In one of his verses, he snapped back with raw emotion. "Quit acting tough, the weakest. Little boy, I know the real you. Even with $1 million, that money can't unlame you. You did a song with a rat for $1 million. No real street dude respect you. Surrounding yourself with soft ones." Every word hit like a punch. And by then, everyone knew this wasn't just rap beef anymore. It was a war of pride, betrayal, and pain that no amount of money could fix. Jack Boy wasn't the only one furious at Kodak for teaming up with 6ix9ine. A known Treyway affiliate named Billy Otto, the same dude who once tried to run down on 6ix9ine with a gun, had something to say too. After Kodak dropped that track with 6ix9ine, Billy Otto hit up No Jumper and straight up said Kodak Black is banned from Brooklyn. That's a serious statement, and it showed just how deep the street backlash went after that collab. But Jack Boy didn't stop there. He kept throwing shots at Kodak in his music, especially about Kodak hanging around President. In one of his verses, he fired off, "Stop acting like you up. Go check that score, then tell President to free my friends. Made $1 million, but I still crashed, shorty. Don't got no sense. He made it sound like Kodak was selling out his street image for photo ops and clout.
Then on another IG Live, Jack Boy accused Kodak of being a snitch during his 2018 jail time. According to Jack, they were both locked up on the same block, and when he got caught smoking weed, Kodak supposedly ratted him out to the guards. Jack Boy claimed that after that, Yak got moved to protective custody for safety. It was a major accusation, and fans didn't know who to believe. Jack Boy also started clowning Kodak's career, saying his music was falling off and that he should get his CDL and start driving trucks instead. But here's the twist. Jack Boy's own music started slipping too after their friendship turned into beef. Back in the day, he was pulling in millions of views on every drop, but lately, his new tracks barely cracked 500K. To keep his money up, Jack Boy made a smart move. He opened a restaurant called Pierre Pierre in Oakland with his business partner Cliché Hill. It looked like a solid pivot from rap to business, but the dream didn't last long. Reports say the restaurant was already over a year behind on rent and on the verge of shutting down when things took a dark turn. On May 2nd, 2025, someone pulled up and opened fire into the restaurant. 2 people were hit and rushed to the hospital. It was chaos. No one knew who was behind the shooting, but word on the streets said it could be connected to the long-standing Kodak versus Jack Boy feud. Fans couldn't help but wonder if the beef had followed Jack Boy into his business life too. After the shooting, Cliché Hill started a GoFundMe to raise money for repairs and medical bills, but the bad luck just kept coming. Not long after, someone came back and smashed the restaurant's windows with bricks. It was like somebody didn't want to see them rebuild. Before Jack Boy and Hill could even move Pierre Pierre to a new location, the damage, both financial and emotional, was already done. The streets were talking heavy, saying this was more than just random violence. This was fallout from a feud that just refuses to die. After all the chaos, things just kept getting worse for Jack Boy and his business partner Cliché Hill. Their restaurant got shut down, the landlord kicked them out, and now a restaurant company is suing them for over $10K in unpaid rent. It was another major hit for Jack Boy, who's already been dealing with non-stop drama from his long-running beef with Kodak Black. Both of them seemed far from their glory days, but some people close to Kodak claim he's not really spiraling like the internet says. They say Yak's wild behavior might just be an act for the cameras. A streamer named Zoe even said she linked up with Kodak in the studio. And off camera, he was a completely different person. Calm, focused, and nothing like the guy fans see online. Meanwhile, Jack Boy's still throwing shade. He's been saying Kodak's money's drying up, but Kodak quickly shut that talk down by dropping a massive $800K on a brand new diamond chain. That flex had the internet buzzing. Then Jack Boy went for another angle, claiming Kodak doesn't have any real street ties. But things took a dark turn after that. One random dude dissed Kodak on IG Live, saying Yak never put in work in the streets. The very next day, that same guy got jumped and stomped out on camera by a group of men. Fans immediately connected it to Kodak, but there's no proof he had anything to do with it. Some say those dudes handled it themselves because the guy was talking reckless in their hood. Even with all the controversy, Kodak seems to be shifting gears lately. He dropped a new track called How to Let Go, where he opens up about trying to leave the street life behind. In the song, he raps, "Trying to find a way, doing something different, leave the street life behind without me dissing it. All this stuff seemed like it ain't no ending. My little homie had big dreams, now he a memory." Those bars hit deep, like Yak's finally realizing how dangerous this cycle of beef really is. But while Kodak might be ready to grow, Jack Boy's still stuck in the storm. He keeps saying Kodak started the beef, but now he's so fired up he's talking about catching a life sentence before he ever squashes it. With his restaurant gone and his music not charting like it used to, the drama seems to be the only thing keeping his name hot right now. Kodak, on the other hand, hasn't even been responding to Jack Boy's jabs lately. Instead, he's been taking subtle shots at NBA YoungBoy. According to reports, their tension goes way back. Fans say the whole Kodak-Jack Boy beef started because Jack got into it with YoungBoy while Kodak was still locked up. But that story doesn't fully add up, because Kodak was the first one to diss YoungBoy publicly. When YoungBoy came home and dropped his 2025 album, Kodak jumped on IG calling it trash. And when YoungBoy threw a concert in Miami, Kodak made a dramatic move, flying in on a helicopter and throwing a yacht party right outside the venue. Talk about making an entrance. Then things got even messier. Word spread that YoungBoy hooked up with Kodak's ex, Mellow Rax, and allegedly gave her herpes. That rumor sent shockwaves through the scene. Kodak fired back on a track rapping, "There go that man again," giving people beats, clearly aiming the line at YoungBoy. But despite the disrespect, YoungBoy never clapped back, staying silent while Kodak's diss tracks kept dropping. Most fans think their beef won't explode anytime soon. Both artists seem too focused on their own moves to risk it all. Still, when it comes to Jack Boy, that's a whole different story. There's real emotion, real history, and too much pride between them. And even if Kodak's trying to move on, it's clear Jack Boy isn't ready to let go just yet. The tension's still alive, and in the rap world, anything can happen next.